Ever have a project you've been waiting to tackle, to declutter, to organize, to minimize, that you've put off for weeks, months, years? Guilty as charged. Our storage room in our house is a great space, albeit pretty small and compact, but it is the main space I have to really tackle to start off this whole minimizing and decluttering that we are doing in our whole house, as well as organizing along the way. So today I'm gonna take you guys along and do the thing I've been putting off that I've been dreading. I am 26 weeks pregnant at the time of this video, so now is the best time to do it. I don't wanna wait any longer, and once I get this room really cleaned up, organized, and minimized, then I can really work on the rest of the house. So I am doing this minimizing and organizing series on our channel here, and so make sure you're subscribed so you can follow along, because I just did our girls' closet tours. I will link to that below, and now I'm gonna be just working our way through the whole house until this baby comes, until I feel satisfied with the status of our house now that so many things are transitioning in our life. So let's get started. I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of our cat in this video because he always has to know what's going on, and he loves these black foam mats that are in here. He likes to eat them, so I'm gonna have to make him stop that. But this is a storage room in our basement. We had a flooding incident a month or two ago where the fridge line, the water line to the fridge ruptured, and so this whole basement was flooded and just full of water. So we just recently redid the floors, and we have stuff everywhere because we're having a baby and we're transitioning. So you will see a lot of this stuff throughout these videos, but this is our storage room. I can't even get in right now. I tackled this a couple winters ago. I will link to that video, and it was in a really good spot then, but it's just gotten out of control again, and it's time to tackle it. Right here was all the girls' clothes that were in storage, and they are now up in the girls' closets. So if you haven't seen that video of their closets, make sure you go watch it. The only thing I have in here as far as clothing for them are their winter outfits of all the sizes. So anyway, I'm just gonna start kind of staging the basement of stuff we're keeping that just needs to go somewhere else in the house, stuff we're donating, and stuff we're selling. So as I am going through all this, I have a place to put everything, and I know what all the piles mean. Okay, so I've gone through everything in these two rooms and kind of made different piles. This room I'm mainly using to sort everything that I'm keeping in this room. So I'll take everything out. If I'm keeping it in this room, I'll sort it by piles of types of things in here, like our winter clothes. Right here, I'm just keeping stuff for the baby that we will be using, but we'll probably just stay here till she comes. And then in here is all the stuff that's not staying in the storage room that either we're getting rid of in some way, so either donating, throwing away, or selling. This is stuff we're keeping. This is a couple things I'm unsure of that I don't have a great plan for right now and are kind of big to store, but I love them, so I'm not sure yet. And then over here is just bins, extra overflow bins that I can use for organizing as I'm going about all the different projects we're working on. So I'm just gonna start taking everything out of there and making a quick decision on it, if it's going to stay in that room, if it's going to be donated, or if it's going to go somewhere else in the house. Those are really the main choices I have to make. And if I'm unsure, I'll probably just have a spot to look over with my husband or something like that if it's a decision he and I have to make together. So let's do this. I feel like I could use this somewhere down here, so I'm gonna put this over here as a I'm not sure yet. Been about 15 minutes of me taking stuff out. I got a couple shelves and everything pretty much off of the floor. So I have just like some Easter stuff and some random like decorating, sewing kit. Christmas stuff will go here. This is all outdoor clothes. Then I guess my husband's keeping his pop down here. I didn't realize that. So I have to ask him about that. These are like keepsakes things I probably should go through but will likely just stay in these boxes. And then these are things that I'm unsure of, like that blackboard, cloth diapers, my husband's PS4 box, and this cooking, multi-pot cooking set that we do use like maybe once a year for Thanksgiving, but otherwise I don't know if it's worth saving. And then in here, I still have to move some stuff back, but we've had Celia's crib, our oldest daughter's crib, for a couple years in storage because we ended up having a second crib because she was still using it as a toddler bed when our other daughter came along. So now we don't need it. So that will be donated or sold, or I'm not sure. Just some random other stuff in this pile. And the black mats that I need to get rid of, but the cat will keep chewing on them, so I had to put them up high. Okay, there's the pesky cat. Investigate everything. I have pretty much everything out. I have everything out, I guess I should say, that I want out. I just have some extra lids here, my sewing machine, some emergency kit stuff, our dehumidifier, which we need to use down here, our luggage, which I think I'll just keep out over here. That's my wedding dress and my mom/grandma's wedding dress that I still don't know what I'm gonna do with those, but that's like the only place they both fit. So I'm gonna keep those up there. And then this is just like paint supplies and stuff for the house that I'm just gonna keep up there. So we still have a lot of space, but this is everything that needs to go back in for the most part. Like I said, when my husband is home, I will ask him about these keepsakes. I'm gonna see if I can kind of condense them into a smaller amount of stuff. Most of these bins are just gonna stay the way they are, but like this craft paper I never use. I think I should bring it up and let my girls craft with it, right? Instead of just keeping it in the basement. But there are some like planner things and stuff I need to go through. There's some decorative stuff that I want to keep that I think I'll put in this bin, and then some of my husband's like childhood games and stuff like that that we'll keep. We have a couple things. We've never used this picnic basket, but it's insulated and it's perfect. So I think I'm gonna actually put that somewhere else where we'll remember to use it. And then as far as cooking stuff, we're for sure keeping. I have this pie plate in here in case I ever make a pie. This cake stand we do use whenever we make a cake. And then we've got this like roaster pan that we use for Thanksgiving. And then this really nice serving set for like dips and fruits and veggies and stuff like that. This is a mixture of Christmas and fall decor. I don't do a lot of seasonal decor, so they both kind of fit in here. And then the rest is pretty much Christmas. We do have a lot of Christmas stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half, like I guess you could say 6 bins. But I go all out for Christmas, and I declutter every Christmas time to get rid of the stuff we aren't using. So I don't need to go through those because I know I already did that this year, and I will do it again next year, or I guess the end of this year. But I'm pretty confident I want to keep all that stuff. I have my Easter bin. I need to put all that stuff back and kind of go through that. And then the rest is pretty much just kids' winter clothing. So I need to kind of go through and sort these by size, and if we have any duplicates, get rid of them and that kind of thing. It looks like a lot when it's all out here, but it all fit in there plus a lot more. So I'm pretty confident it will all go back pretty easily. And then I need to relabel everything because I didn't do a very good job last time of doing that. So I'm just gonna start by putting some decorative stuff in here. These are just like if I need a vase or I want some vase filler. I probably could organize this better, but I just want to get this done, and it is fine. This Celia made for me for Mother's Day a couple years ago that I like to pull out every once in a while. Just some candles and the LED candles. And let's see if I can put these silver chargers in here. Okay, I got it all to fit. For labeling, I'm just gonna use painter's tape and a permanent marker because I have it on hand. It does not need to be fancy. We rarely go in this room. I don't need it to be Pinterest worthy. I just need it to be functional. So on here, I'm just gonna write decorative items. Got my label on there. I put all year, so I know this is stuff we use year round. Now, as far as putting this stuff back, I'm trying to be more strategic about where I put everything. I want to keep the Christmas stuff mainly at the top because we only access it once a year. and we're short and it's hard to get down, and pregnant, should not be lifting stuff up and down from there very much. And so I think this main eye level one is what I want to use for stuff that I will access throughout the year. So cooking stuff, the decorative items, and stuff like that that we will come in multiple times a year to find, so that it's like right when we walk in we see it and we know where it is. And this cat is crazy, you guys. Anybody else have a crazy cat? In this big bin I have cookware, so that's anything we're going to keep for the kitchen, and then any of the bigger boxes I'll just stick next to it, on top of it, or on the other side. Looking through this craft paper bin, I'm just gonna keep the ones that the girls might enjoy playing with, and then the rest of the stuff should probably go somewhere else. Like, I use these upstairs on a few bulletin boards, so those will go upstairs. Got, let's see, just some planning and cutout stuff. I gotta decide if I'm keeping those or not. These journals I'm definitely keeping. They were planners and journals, but I'm gonna keep them with the keepsake stuff. All this random paper I'm going to recycle, and then this craft stuff I'm gonna put up with our craft stuff so that our girls and I can use it as well. This bin I already heavily consolidated last time I did this. It's all like my college and teaching materials from when I went to college to become a teacher, so for sure I'm keeping those. This is like games and electronic stuff that we do access once in a while that we want to keep. And then this is my husband's like journals and memorabilia, so I will be keeping that. And this is, like I said, just his stuff that I will be keeping, but I'm gonna relabel them all. Okay, so far I have the decorative, the cooking stuff, electronics and tech, and then I have like old stuff that we still access once in a while, and then keepsake stuff's gonna go down here. Instead of keeping all our keepsake stuff in these boxes that aren't very protective of keepsakes, I'm gonna try to put them in some smaller bins that will have lids and are waterproof and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go through that right now. When my parents were moving and downsizing last year, they sent me home with all these Joy Wilt books. I don't know if you guys ever read these. I loved looking at these before bed as a kid, so I'm gonna put these with our kids' book collection. That's where I would look for books, not in the basement. And then there's some random ones to donate as well. So in one bin I have all of our wedding stuff and kind of like sentimental to us stuff, caricatures and stuff like that. There are some other things that I'll add there from, I think, this bin. In here I'm gonna put just like non-photo keepsakes, like yearbooks, diplomas, that kind of thing. And then in a separate one I'll just put a bunch of photos. Okay, and this is where I get all mushy gushy looking at our firstborn's baby pictures and being so excited about another little one. That is the blessing of going through stuff, is the stuff. And this is stuff I can hold on to and I'm okay holding on to. Oh my gosh, I love squishy babies. Santa's home, we're going through the cookware. Should we keep one springform pan? Okay. Santa's taking his stuff from culinary school that he hasn't opened in, what?
Years. There might be
many years, and he's gonna go through them and see if there's anything he needs to keep. This is all donate. We're keeping these basically in the stock pot and the butcher paper. Okay, I got all our keepsake stuff into 3 small bins. This is all photos. This is all just like memorabilia, planners, diplomas, keepsake stuff, our like my summa cum laude cords I wore for college graduation, that kind of thing. And this is all like our relationship cards and letters and movie stubs and stuffed animals and stuff that just bring back so many memories, especially since we're high school sweethearts. Hey, the storage room is currently looking like this, and all I have left is the holiday stuff and the winter clothing to sort through and go through. Okay, just going through all of the winter outdoor stuff. Some I still have like Bryony's coat and Celia's winter coat up in their lockers, so there's a couple things that will get added once it's officially summer, but it's still been kind of cold. I decided I'm gonna bring all the baby stuff, and like this sweater isn't really necessarily a winter coat, so I'm gonna bring those up, put that in Bryony's closet, and then the rest are all like baby stuff, so I'm gonna put those, like wash them up, put them with the baby in the baby's closet, just so I don't have to run down here, because babies get colder faster than bigger kids, and she'll be born right at the end of summer, and that way it's all already in her closet so I don't have to like dig out and figure out what fits. And since babies grow so fast, I have a couple different sizes in there so I can access them a lot easier. And then as for everything else, I noticed I have like quite a few 3T stuff, so I'm gonna pare that down a little bit. And then there were a bunch of gloves that didn't have any matches, but everything else I'm going to keep. I'm just gonna put it in a bin, and then I'll wash it again once I pull it out. I think I washed most of this, but it's just best to wash it again once the season starts and you pull it out of storage. All I need to do with the Christmas is just label the boxes and put them away, and then I'm gonna go through the Easter bin. Last up is just the Easter stuff, and there's still a lot of extra room in there. It's making me really happy. Okay guys, I feel so good. So this is the stuff that's going to other places in the house right now, like the craft papers, that picnic basket, this purse that I just can't bring myself to donate, and then some of the baby stuff. That's baby stuff we're gonna use. That's just garbage recycling. And then this is our donate pile so far. I am excited for this to like touch the ceiling by the time we're done with the whole house. And then I can go through and see if we're selling it, donating it, whatnot, like PlayStation we don't need. Those are actually going to, those will just be thrown away because they're all chewed up by the cat, or recycled, or whatever we can do with those. And then this is just the small keep pile. This is the I'm not sure yet pile. And this is our overflowing bin pile that I will consolidate and put in a separate part of the house once I'm all done with everything. But that is the status right now. And look how much better this looks, you guys. It feels like 3 times bigger because you can actually walk in, which is amazing. And it's got a lot of extra space that I don't plan to fill up, but as our girls get older, you know, there may be other things that we need to store, like sporting equipment or stuff like that. So along the top, that's all Christmas. And then the wedding dresses and like paints and stuff like that. Here's just the little drink area for my husband. We've got Easter and a couple other holiday things, like a couple 4th of July and Valentine's Day stuff. Our Easter baskets. This is Christmas, and then it transitions to Christmas and fall. Right here we have my teaching and old binders and just reference things, electronics and computer stuff, cookware, all year decor, emergency items. These are all our like keepsakes, so photos. Santa and my mementos are just random keepsakes. We've got my sewing machine, sewing kit, and then cloth diapers. I still am undecided yet. And then we have my husband's keepsake games and random stuff from when he was a kid. All this extra space, all this extra space, and then our kids' winter stuff. And then our luggage and our dehumidifier. That is everything. That is everything that's in storage. That's the kind of stuff that should be in storage, but we can actually get to it now, and it feels so good, and there's still space to put more stuff in. That's what I didn't want. I didn't want it to be packed full again and then just keep having this cycle continue. I wanted empty space so it can adapt and grow as we need as a family, because we could probably still fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 bins in here, full size. So that is really awesome. Plus, if we ever have like a cabinet here or something, we could do that too. So hope this inspired you guys. This pregnant lady is tired. I'm gonna go have a much needed snack. I don't think I've eaten lunch yet. I kind of get into the zone and forget about eating. So I'm gonna go do that, but I hope this video inspired you guys, and make sure you follow and subscribe if you haven't already to follow along on this process. I also do weekend vlogs to see how we're prepping for the week or just spending our week, since it's been kind of a crazy time. But I just can't wait to go on this journey with you guys and help motivate you and inspire you, and also learn from you along the way as well. So I hope you are having a lot of fun and just enjoying what you can enjoy of this time and making the most of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.